So you know the ones where you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune.
That's my tune.
Hey, this is Jojo B and this is episode 26 of That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. Last week I reviewed the song Cherish the Day by Robert Glasper and Layla Hathaway. This week I'll be interviewing Superstar K regarding his song Wan More Luv. And just to clarify, throughout the interview I called it One Love for some strange reason. So that was an error on my part. But anyway, I'd like you to sit back and relax and enjoy this dancehall / Afrobeats vibe. And when I'm back, we'll talk to the man himself about what inspired him to write the song and a lot more. Be right back. Okay, everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Superstar K. Yay!
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Where in the States are you from? I love your accent.
I'm from Ohio, from Cleveland.
Oh, cool. Cleveland. Oh, I love it. I'm going to love speaking. I love your accent. It's dope.
I appreciate it.
No problem at all. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, you just dropped a single called One Love, and I'd like to know more about it. What inspired you to write it, and so on and so forth.
I dropped it. I wanted something with a different feel, something that people could dance to, because I have a lot of slower music, you know, that's more emotion driven. And
Right.
so this time I wanted to go for something that people could dance and move around to, something that could be hot in the clubs. And at the same time, I'm still, you know, me being a emotional type of artist, I like to create based on feeling. Whenever I had certain feelings for somebody in my life, whatever, and I wanted to be able to express it while at the same time giving a dance vibe. So I found a way to do both.
Oh, cool. Nice. So this person that you wrote the song about, do they know it specifically for them? And if they do, what was their reaction?
Yeah, I believe that they know now or whatever, because they asked me a couple of questions about it, and we you know, I answered them whatever, and we kind of laughed about it. The reaction, they were really really excited. I guess not every day people write songs for each other, so they were
I
really
heard that.
excited about it.
Okay. So did you two end up getting together at all after this song?
Nah, that whole situation is pending, but but you know,
Pending?
it
Come
definitely gave us
on.
a conversation starter.
Okay. Oh, okay. Smart guys. So you like somebody, you write a song about them, and now move. That's I like that strategy.
Oh yeah.
But you saying that you wrote the song like for the clubs and stuff. So how do you feel? I mean, in the States, what's the situation? Or in Cleveland, what's the situation staying? Are the clubs and that open at this point in time?
They're opening. They're not
Okay.
really open at the current time, which
Right.
sucks because you know I'm limited on where I can and can't perform.
Yeah.
As we speak, I'm currently in Colorado, so I'm
Okay.
even farther away. I'm probably 21 hours away from home. Uh,
Wow.
but yeah, I just drove out here because I'm making music with my brother. We're working on some new music.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, so that's going great. But yeah, like with the clubs not being open right now, it is kind of a bummer.
Mm,
Like everybody's been, you know, kind of dealing with it in their own ways. So
yeah.
I'm trying to find a few new ways that I can kind of be able to still do work for the fans that are listening and so forth. That are thinking about doing some virtual shows.
Okay.
Whatever soon. Me and my manager discussed it, whatever, doing some virtual shows to
Cool.
still be able to, you know, show off new music and still be able
Yeah.
to perform for, you know, those people that like to tune in.
Okay. Oh, that's dope. So have you been able to put a visual together for this single yet?
Um, we're working on it as we speak. I literally just got done talking to someone yesterday about it.
Right.
We've got a videographer set, well, a few
Nice.
videographers set for it, and we're trying to go over the concept again because I had one idea, management had a different idea,
Yeah.
the videographer had a different idea, and both of us. So we're trying to find a way to mesh them all
All
together.
together.
Yeah, to, you know, get the best outcome possible.
Yeah, that's dope. So earlier on you said that you and your brother are working on some new music. So is he a musician? Is he a producer?
He's a rapper slash singer.
Okay.
He produces, like he co-produces on certain records with myself,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But he's up and coming, whatever.
Mm,
Definitely, we've done some songs together before. Whatever,
mm-hmm.
released a few singles, but he's working
Right.
on his project now. So I
Okay.
wanted to come all the way out to make sure that the project was being done to our brand standards, if
Okay.
you will.
Dope. Okay. So, have you been writing and singing all your life? Like, how did that come about?
No, it's crazy because I started writing at like age 11,
Okay.
and so this is like 2001, where I started producing in 2001. Actually,
Right.
I was writing since I was like 8 or 9, but I
Okay.
wasn't really good. Like I'm a
Mm.
kid, so I wasn't really good, and I had been writing all the way up until my older years, but it's still like I didn't have that hit sound. Like
Right.
it was okay to listen to, but it wasn't
Mm.
the kind of music that a person really wanted to press replay on type.
Yeah.
And so 2016, I ended up having an unfortunate incident where I lost my son,
Oh
and
no.
after that, it kind of just gave me that breakthrough to where I stopped limiting myself on creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it pushed me to be like, okay, well, regardless of what's going on, just go out there and do what feels good to you. Some people are
Mm.
gonna like it, some won't, but whatever it is, just do it. And so
Mm-hmm.
I went out there and I just did it.
Mm.
And since then it's been, consistent hit records, hit records, hit records, hit records.
Mm.
So I definitely believe he was the inspiration for everything that I've pretty much done since 2016. But
Mm.
around 2016 is when I really started to create hits that were
Mm.
like solid songs and started really putting music in people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, it was just production. And for
Mm.
the most part, like I did production for people all over the world. Really, I've worked with people in Nigeria, people in the UK, people in
Wow.
Australia, people in the States. Just production, just doing the beats behind the songs and stuff, whatever, and co-writing here and there. I'd
Wow.
sing a hook or whatever, but that was about the extent of it. But nowadays, it's gotten a lot bigger.
Wow. So, which do you prefer? Do you prefer being an artist or a producer? Which do you like the most?
I've got to go with artists. I've been doing producing longer, and like I do love it because
Yeah.
I get to essentially still get my message across. Push my melodies through. Like when I'm playing piano or if
Yeah.
I'm playing guitar or whatever. That's awesome.
Mm.
But when I'm able to speak and sing in
Mm-hmm.
certain harmonies and say certain words
Mm-hmm.
that get people, to understand exactly what I'm saying. They don't have to try to figure it out. Like with the production, they have to try to figure out what kind of mood I was in based
Mm-hmm.
off of the genre or whatever and the styling of each piece. But when I'm actually like in artist mode, it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot better for me because they know directly, you know what I'm saying, and you can
Mm-hmm.
feel the emotion in the words being said.
Yeah.
So I prefer being an artist.
So you mentioned earlier that you have a manager. How did that come about?
We've been friends for a few years. She had been managing some other people. I was producing.
Mm-hmm.
I attempted to produce a few records for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those went over too well because I wasn't as skilled as I should have been or
Right.
needed to be at that time.
Mm.
So a few of those records got looked over. Then I tried to push some more records. Those worked out. Tried to push a few songs that I had written. And
Mm-hmm.
those kind of worked out. And so that had me excited, of course. And from there, we discussed it. And they were like, she had heard me singing one day.
Right.
I was at a hotel, I believe, whatever, and she had heard me singing, whatever, in the
Mm-hmm.
shower. Like, you actually have talent. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. And then next thing I know, I've been, pushing records and stuff. And so I actually got a chance to show her some of my work, like what I'd
Okay.
actually been working on. And, she was interested. So she went ahead and took me on, which I am very thankful for because she's connected me with a lot of people. So if
That's
you're listening to this,
amazing.
thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany.
Yeah, because it's like she emailed me about you. She was like, "Oh, I'd like you to," and I was like, "How the heck does somebody from the States find out about what I'm doing?" Like, I'm just a little lady
She
in London.
pays attention to everything. She pays attention to everything. Like, there's no way I could be where I am now if it wasn't for her. Like,
Mm.
not even close, because she does some amazing things. But the craziest part of it all is like when I see her, we'll go over music. She'll come to the studio with me. Like any
Right.
studio session, she'll come to with me,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, which is amazing. Whatever.
Mm.
Like she's really dedicated, but she's
Mm.
not a like workaholic like I am. She kind of is, but like
Mm.
I'm in the studio constant. Some days I'll see her, she'll just be looking relaxed, but
Mm.
she's always working. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Mm-hmm.
might be paying attention to you guys podcasts or stations out there, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
in her headphones, but I'm not realizing it because she's just sitting there watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? But she pays
Mm.
all kinds of things that were like, and that's why I said she's just simply amazing. Like she is.
Mm. She's dope. Yeah, keep her, please do.
Yeah,
so,
I have to.
you said earlier on that you're like emotional with your song. So, would you class yourself as an emotional person?
Yes, definitely. Like I don't push myself, whatever. Like I know a lot of artists nowadays that over there, you know, I got to be the hardest and I got to be the hardest and so forth. And
Yeah.
that's fine for them. You know, there's no disrespect or anything to them. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. But my music, whatever, is emotional music. Like,
Mm.
regardless of whether it's rap at the time or if it's R&B, pop, uh, dance hall. It doesn't matter what music I'm making at that time. Whatever, it's gonna be based off of emotion. Whatever, it's whatever I'm feeling. I can be out here like again, I'm 21 hours away. Whatever,
Mm.
the vibe is different. So I'm gonna make music off of how I feel here. I'm feeling very happy. I'm feeling at peace. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's gonna be a lot of upbeat music to come from here. I can go back home. I might be a bit sad that I left from here. Whatever, it's
Yeah.
gonna be some darker things, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, whatever. So I traveled around quite a bit, whatever, get different vibes, whatever. And when I go like to the southern side of the US,
Right.
they make a lot of party music, club music and stuff like that. So I'll get certain vibes when I'm down there. And then
Mm.
I'll come back up north, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and mix that with what I have on the West Coast. They've got a certain sound. I might mix some of that with what I have, whatever. I just like to, you know, based off of the emotion of what I'm going through in life or
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at that current time or who I'm working with, whatever, the emotion is always changing. So I'm
Mm.
constantly working to be able to capture the way that I feel into my music.
Mm. Okay. So with One Love, I hear like it's an Afro beats type flavor. So what inspired you to go for that genre? It's a dope song, by
Uh,
the way.
thank you. With that one, it was a, it was a, I produced, you know, a lot of different styles. And originally when I produced it,
Mm-hmm.
it was, it wasn't meant for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like the song wasn't meant for me. I
Right.
was writing it for someone else that I write for.
Okay.
Um, whatever, which is actually my sister. So I was
Right.
writing it, a song for her, whatever, like, and I produced that record.
Yeah.
And when I did, she was like, you know, okay, it's nice. And so I'm like, nice isn't the thing I was looking
It's no
for.
more.
So I started, you know, singing a couple of random, you know, harmonies and stuff like that. And
Uh-huh.
it came a thing to where she's like, I mean, that's cool. You know, and she kind of wanted something different. So
Yeah.
I got her what she was looking for, but I had that track still sitting. And so I went ahead and, you know, later I'm going through, you know, some of the beats that ever just listening to what I had. I was showing them to a client actually, and
Mm-hmm.
ever to another client, and they were like, oh, that one is gonna be hot, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. So again, I
Mm.
get the harmonies, nothing comes from it.
Right.
I come back another day, like, and it was still open. And they were
Mm.
on computer or whatever from me showing that client. And when I got to it, whatever, I just started singing. And that's when I was, you know, already feeling emotional based on the lady I was telling you about. So
Mm-hmm.
from there, it just went on to, it went on into me just going direct and just, okay, you know, this is going to be the record. And so I just
Yeah.
started with the verses and went from there.
Oh wow. Okay. So it sounded like you and your family, you're all musical somehow. Is that, am I correct in assuming that?
Yes, my little brother plays drums.
Right.
He's my older brother, he raps and
Uh-huh.
engineers. I've got a brother out here in Colorado. He
Yeah.
raps and sings.
Uh-huh.
My cousin, he raps, sings, produces, engineers,
Wow.
and then I do it all. And I've got more family. Like everybody, pretty much in some way, shape, or form is involved in music. It's a big family, and most of us do music, and we do music together. Like we all support.
Mm.
So I think that's beautiful because it's we keep that solid family foundation, and we make sure that nobody's gonna put out something that is like, nah, that's not it. That's not it.
Yeah.
You know, we're always honest with each other. We grew up with each other, and we're like blood related, so it works
Mm.
out.
Oh, cool. And how do your parents feel about having all these musical children?
I think at first it came to it like it was a shock because they had been around, you know, people that, you know, made music here and there. They perform at this place and that place.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, like our generation, to take it a bit further, and we're
Mm-hmm.
going across the country to perform. We're not
Mm-hmm.
just in our hometown, you know what I'm saying? We're going across the country. Some of
Mm-hmm.
us are going, you know, outside of the country to perform, and they're seeing us do so much stuff all sitting at home,
Mm.
whatever. It's been crazy. And my mom finally got to see me on stage for the first time
Oh.
2019. And
Uh-huh.
so, you know, she came out, of course, it was amazing. And afterwards she came up and she's, I'm so proud of you. Like you did your thing. And,
Oh.
you know, all that. So I think it's great. Like that, from what I hear, they're proud of me. I always, when I make a record, I always send it to my dad first.
Uh-huh.
And he'll tell me what he thinks about it. And if I would fix it up a little bit more, you know,
Yeah.
add a little more flavor to it and stuff like that, or whatever. So he's more like that, whatever. And and so I kind of balance out between them. My mom likes the more, you know, slow songs, the R&B and stuff, whatever. But she always tells me she's proud of me as well.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that's wonderful. So do you have any, well, you mentioned how you have, what new projects do you have coming out in, say, the next couple of months?
Okay, I've got 5 projects I'm currently working on at one time.
Oh, wow.
Um, Nightfall 3 is completed.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a free project. Nightfall 4
Mm-hmm.
is half completed.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a collab album with my brother out here coming.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a title for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be out in the next month.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a collab project with my cousin in Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
called Snow 2. That'll be
Mm-hmm.
coming out in the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
My son is dropping an album. I'll be on it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's his project.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know Shaq has some projects coming. Well, Big Shaq has projects coming. Whatever, they'll be able to, look him up. And then my brother here has some projects coming. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's pretty much what it is for right now. Like I'm featuring on a lot of them. I'm finishing projects up, but I'm looking to drop Nightfall 3 and 4 like right after each other, one right after each other. Like maybe drop one 72 hours later or so. I want to drop the 4th one.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I can hold people off for a bit while I
Right.
finish up the next album, because my albums are always huge, like 30
Okay.
tracks for the first album, 60
Wow.
tracks for the album. So yeah.
Wow. That's some work. Wait, did I hear correctly in you saying that your son is dropping an album as well?
Oh yeah, my 12-year-old son, he sings. We've done a couple of collabs and he's finishing up his album now.
Wow. Like this. Wow. That's just.
Yeah, he writes his own, he does it all. Like the only thing he doesn't do, he doesn't produce.
Okay.
But he'll hop behind the boards to engineer, and I'll co-engineer to make sure that everything is, sounding perfect. But he's got a solid ear. He writes his own music. He's done hooks for me on my album.
Yeah.
My last album and my last little playlist that I did for YouTube, whatever,
Right.
he wrote on both of those.
Okay.
Whatever, and then went in and sang its own hooks and stuff. So yeah.
So as a father, how do you feel like your son following in your footsteps?
It still gets me some days, because
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of mistakes that I had made on the path, but because he's got people like Shaq, to coach him. He's got my brother Bo to coach him. He has me, and then people like Brittany. Like Brittany is on him the same way that she's on me. And it was like, I already know that's who's gonna end up managing him and stuff, so I'm not really worried much.
Yeah.
But,
wow. It's been so cool talking to you. Oh my goodness. So where can we find you on socials? How can people connect with you?
You can look me up on pretty much all social media. It's The Real SSK.
Okay.
And YouTube is like, you can just search Superstar Kay, whatever. I always spell out K, whatever.
Okay.
Like it just always. But when you pull it up there or Google it anywhere, it'll show you pretty much everything I have out. There's like close to 250 songs out on major platforms right now. So I know it can be overwhelming for some people that are just now hearing about me, but they can find me there. And then I've got some, other little pages that are more fun and stuff, whatever, where I kind of interact with the fans more, whatever, which would be like the Facebook, and that's the Super K page, and going from there. So I'm working on, trying to find a way to be able to interact with fans more, but I just been currently tied up whatever with trying to get out the new music, or trying to get the new music recorded, and then I want to be able to interact with them and show them new songs and stuff like that. But yeah, you can find me on that social media.
Cool. So The Real SSK, is there any underscore or dashes or anything like that?
No, not on the social media.
Okay.
There isn't. It should just be The Real and then SSK.
Okay, cool.
And there they should be able to find me.
Okay, cool. Well, Superstar K, it's been great speaking with you.
Same here. I appreciate you having me. Definitely. Thank you.
No problem at all. Well, you have a good rest of the day, yeah?
All right, you as well.
All right, then. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your time, Superstar K. It was great speaking with you. If you'd like to connect with me, you can, Ms. Jojo B, MZJOJOB. And if you'd like to connect with That's My Tune, you can in the following ways. That's My Tune Pod on Twitter. That's My Tune Podcast on Instagram. And if you'd like to email, it's That's My Tune Podcast @gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe, listen, spread the word about this podcast. I'll be back next Tuesday with another episode. Ciao.